morning, coffee Klatchers. It is Monday, April 5th, and I'm coming to you this morning real quick with another fun little card for Coffee Klatch. Grab your favorite beverage. Mine is obviously coffee, and follow along with me this morning. I have very little housekeeping tips. Didn't actually even spend any time in the office this weekend. I was outside, burned off the asparagus, burned off the raspberry patch, getting ready for some spring planting. So didn't even get a chance to stamp this weekend. Let's see, what else? I have my Take 3 class on Thursday and Friday, so if you're in the area and want to come for class, by all means, class is free with a $25 order, so just let me know. I'm going to flip you around and do a quick little card using the Good Morning Magnolia. All right, let's flip you around. Here we go. All right. Good morning, Lauren. Good morning, Ellen. So nice to have you all along with me this morning. Hoping my good morning, Wendy. Oh, so nice to have you. All right, the weather was absolutely fabulous this weekend and got a lot accomplished outside. But yeah, it's good to be in the studio this morning. So I am going to use a stamp set called Good Morning Magnolia, and both the stamp set and the coordinating dies will be retiring here at the end of, well, they'll be retired for sure by May 3rd. And it is while supplies last for some of these things. So again, if this is on your list, make sure that you don't delay and go ahead and get it right away. The coordinating folder, the Magnolia folder, is not retiring. I'm not sure why that is, but you know, maybe it's because it is so beautiful as a standalone. So I just went ahead and embossed some paper here with that standalone folder. And again, it is beautiful. I can you remember the technique that we did on Friday with the folders. I think this would work really well with this one. I didn't get a chance to play with that this morning, but again, it's here, and you know, maybe we'll have some time. Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Ruby. Nice to have you all along. All right, so this is going to be a really simple one. I am going to use the Memento pad, and we are going to stamp the Magnolia. I am choosing to use Mossy Meadow and the So Saffron, as well as the white, the basic white, and we are going to ink up this big Magnolia. And again, I am going to go, and I wonder if part of the reason maybe this is a little scary to some people because it is just, it's big, but that's okay. We can work with that. And let's use one. The Stamparatus works really well with this bigger stamp. I'm just going to go ahead and ink up my big one here. Again, when I use a big stamp like this, a lot of times I will ink it up upside down. I should have grabbed some scrap paper here. It's all right. We can wash our table off later, right? All right. So I'm just going to stamp that right here. And again, the Stamparatus works really well because if you don't get good even inkage, mine isn't bad, you can always go back and restamp it and it will be perfectly lined up. All right, let's go ahead and color this sweet image in. I am choosing to use the Mossy Meadow as well as the Mossy Meadow blends as well as the Old Olive because I like the variation in color. And I'm going to start with the light Mossy Meadow. And wherever there's a little shadow provided by the stamp itself is where I am going to color darker with my one blend. And again, when you do this on your own, take more time. But again, it's Coffee Klatch and we are zigging on caffeine and have lots to do this morning, I'm sure. All right. Looking good. All right, and then I'm going to take this darker one again and I'm going to highlight a few more images and areas. If you haven't worked with the blends, they really are, oh man, they're pretty easy. Once you get the hang of them, the learning curve isn't too steep. And of course, you can get as detailed and in depth as you want. Again, But it does, you know, even as a beginner like myself, you know, it does look pretty cool. And then I'm going to just use the dark old olive to kind of mooshy that color around and going over the edges of where the darker images are. And again, you can kind of leave some white space. Get that all blended in. And as you go over a couple of different layers, again, you know, the color changes even more, so you have a lot of options. And where that my opening was, I'm just going to take that light old olive to kind of blend that in a little bit too. So again, it, you know, not too all right, so let's add some yellow. Now I'm going to use the light Daffodil Delight here in the center of our Magnolia. And I'm going to kind of take wherever, I could have done this in pink too, but because I'm using the So Saffron, I'm just kind of highlighting that. And again, you know, another color that would look really nice on there is the light Smoky Slate. Just kind of look a little more like shadows. Let's grab the crumb cake and add that in there. Okay. All right, so it is colored, looks real pretty. Now what I'm going to have to do, what I wanted to do, is this Dainty Diamonds is a folder that is retiring, and it is literally one of my absolute favorites. So what I wanted to do for you is, I've already got it colored. Now what I want to do is I am going to just take this image and we're going to send it through George here. So now what it looks like is just a real pretty, fun, you know, I think it looks just fun that way. All right, so let's go ahead and add that to, I want So Saffron, or the So Saffron and the Mossy Meadow. And we're using our adhesive on that. Add that right there. Again, you can either use like a white ribbon to add that. I am going to use the linen, or the, I think this is from the, let me get that for you quick. It is from the, find my ribbons. Of course, I can't find them when I want to, right? Here they are. Went right past it. This is in the Forever Greenery Trim Combo Pack, and this is also retiring. And this is kind of is the vanilla. I typically don't mix the white and the vanilla. You know, I just kind of have an issue with that. But because we're using So Saffron, which this vanilla has obviously yellow tones, my OCD will let me, you know, do the two of those together with that one. I know, it's a weird thing. And, oh, there's my ribbon scissors. The right tool always makes it better. All right, so let's just add this down here, pull that down. And then, and just a tip, before, you know, you have to do all your coloring before you run it through the embossing folder, or you will have a mess. It just doesn't, it doesn't work as well the other way. Just an FYI. Add some dimensionals to this. Take my pick tool. Pick those backings off. Okay. All right. And again, very simple, very elegant. I want to add the thanks on there. And let's go ahead and add that on a scrap of white. Use the black again. Ink that up. Now we have a bunch of punches that are being retired. The storybook one is one of them that's actually very, very useful. I like it. I've used it a fair amount, and so I'm just going to use that to punch this one out. And we're going to pop that off with dimensionals right here. Now again, we can do, if you wanted to maybe outline that a little bit more, watch this. Here's another trick. Using some of the saffron, just simply cut it in half. And then you've just made a little fatter label this way. That works. And if you prefer, you could also, I'll give you another little variation. And again, this is, you know, just another way to get more mileage out of your stamps or your punches. Go this way and you can have another option going that direction. So that's just another way to get a little more mileage out of your punches. So we've just made a real simple little thank you card. You could glitz this up by adding your you know, your Winkostella. We could also, I like the, you know, I like adding gems and, you know, bling. You could easily add a couple of gold gems here just to kind of make it a little more fancy. So there is just a real simple little card for your Monday morning. So that is Coffee Klatch this morning. Make sure if Good Morning Magnolia is on your list, make sure that you order it as soon as possible, as well as the retiring Magnolia memories. So that is it. Have a great and wonderful day. Happy stamping. Toodles.